social media played a big
Mm,
part in your business side of your practice. How how did you start? How did you what was your strategy behind? And did you always wanted to make a big platform for your artwork, or it was you just see that was happening, and so you realized there was potential
mm.
for your platform to help your business?
I have been using Instagram for years, so probably it ever since it started. I think I probably started using it around 2011, 2012.
Hmm.
So I have been on Instagram for a while, um, and posting artworks and trying different things, buying bots, buying likes, buying followers because you know when when I was younger, you want something to happen. So
Yeah,
and
you don't know
and
that.
then you
Yeah, it
yeah.
will not help
So so
you.
I so I try. No, I mean no, it didn't.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but but you can't. But I think a lot of people used to do that in the
Hmm.
past, and then Instagram's cracked down on it, and plus it's not genuine anyway. I think sometimes at the time it's kind of sold to you as like these are real people that are and the floodgates are open, so to speak, because you want to go viral. I think every artist or some people, they want to go viral for different
Yeah,
reasons,
yeah.
but as an
It's
artist,
why we use the social media to push our artworks. Yeah, for sure. It's a lie if you say I'm on
yeah.
social media, but I don't want to be seen. Like, what's the point?
Yes. But anyway, that that didn't really happen for me. So I think it was good because it humbled me and made me realize like how that there are many amazing artists out there, and they don't get and they don't get recognized on social media, or they don't get recognized by art galleries,
Hmm.
and that's just how it is, unfortunately. So I did a business course maybe maybe a year ago or a year and a half ago, and as an artist, we concentrate on our works, and rightly so. We
Hmm.
absolutely have to make sure that we create work that we are proud of, and create work that will connect with people. Um, but I think most artists, well, at least for me, I'm not business savvy at all. Please excuse me if you hear a baby cry. So that's
No,
just
no, it's fine.
my daughter at the moment. Um, so yeah, I never knew how business worked. I racked my brain on like how do these artists or how do these people that have their own businesses, how do they make a living out of it? Like I don't understand how it works. So I chose to do a business course with a recommendation from someone who I knew who was a creative, and doing this business course helped me kind of understand a bit about business, and who to. And I know that a lot of artists don't like business talk, which is fine. If it happens for you organically, that's amazing. But for most of us, it doesn't.
Yeah,
So you have
yeah, no,
to.
no, it's true.
So for me, I had to learn all this business stuff, which I hated at the time, like probably a year ago, a year before doing it. But then I realized this is something I have to do. So I learned about like having a target market, who is your perfect customer, or
Hmm.
in this case, what does your art buyer look like? Where do they live? How much money do they earn? What are their interests? Where do they go? And things like that. You kind of imagine who your art buyers would be. so then I started Art Tempetet to create works that would target a certain demographic. So, and at the start, that's what I was doing, and then I hated it. Just trying to do things to appeal to the market, and then I'm like, well, I just got to find something that I would be happy to, create works on a commercial level. And so that's where I found textured artwork. And fortunately, my target art buyer, that was kind of their style anyway. They liked minimal work. They liked minimal colors. They like coastal. So I'm from the Gold Coast, and it's quite a coastal city. So that was my target market. And at the time, I was following a lot of interior designers and builders, and in my age at 33 and a bit older, if you have the finance, you go and you build a house, or you renovate a house and you make it this Mediterranean thing. That's kind of what's going on at the moment. So that was who I was targeting at the time. And fortunately, I scored someone who was building wanted to commission artwork, and it was the first large scale commission artwork that I had done with
textile,
with my texture, with texture, and the house was like, it was a mansion. It was like a new built mansion, and I was like, okay, this is cool. I'd like to have more of that. And then I think there was a local influencer who saw that artwork as well, and then she wanted a piece as done as well, and that was kind of her style, like this coastal minimal artworks, and they both had come across textured artworks, and they happened to see my work as well. But in terms of social media, so that's kind of how it all worked. I wouldn't have been able to get those clients without Instagram, and I only had 800 followers at the time. So it started with 200, and then it slowly grew as I tried to be more consistent with creating work and posting it. But then I heard about Reels, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll try it, and because I had done videos before, like I would document my artworks with a time lapse and post it as a video, and never went viral, but it was okay. Can you hear the child? Can you hear my baby cry at the moment?
No.
Sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too loud.
No.
So,
I can't hear. It's good.
Okay. And so yeah, I heard about Reels, and I saw it was kind of, apparently it was getting favored with the Instagram algorithm. But I didn't do one. I just kind of created a video, and there was another platform where I was selling my artworks from. It's called Blue Thumb Australia. So it's an online gallery where a lot of artists they put their works in, and they reached out and they're like, can you record yourself creating an artwork? And I said, yeah, sure. I'm actually working on one on now. And I cut the video and I sent it to them, and they posted it as a reel. And that kind of, to me at the time, it gained like 2,000 likes. I don't know how many people viewed it, but then my account started growing just from them sharing that. So then I'm like, okay, this is slowly growing, and this is cool. And then I decided to do a reel for myself and post it on my on my ARTFUL account. And the first one did really well. It was almost on par with the other one on the other platform that shared my work. And then I did the second one, and then that was the one that went viral. So I think it's probably like 32,000 likes now. Maybe, I'm taking a guess, maybe now it's like 600,000 views, or maybe it's close to 1 million. I'm not 100% sure on that. Because I don't like to look at the
too much of those numbers.
To look back at the posts and No, it's a
It's
bit
um
ridiculous.
it's fun. It's funny the something that you said before. Artists don't like to talk about business and stuff like that, and I I never understood that because I grew up. I always
Yeah,
wanted to be an artist, yes, but I did graphic design when I was in Italy, and I did 5 years of graphic design. And in
yeah,
graphic design, you study because you need to do basically advertisement. You study marketing and you study
yeah.
business, and I always had that
Hmm.
in my mind. Even when I decided to do my art and try to build a business that will help me
Mm.
maybe doing what I really want to do, that I know in the art world will not make as much money, because it's more like for what I do paintings that are more commercially
Mm.
friendly, let's say, and then my drawings are a little bit more on art project, so they have like a social background. So it's about immigration, it's about refugees. Um, this kind of art, I know that it doesn't sell. It's not something that will pay you to do exhibitions, but it's not money that will change your life. So I always have that painting side that will help me to sustain myself and try to build a business. And I never understood why is an issue with this art, like with artists, that they say no to that kind of thinking, which is, yeah, I think it's wrong. It's you should think like that. You should, it's good for you to, because I still do what I love. I still painting. I still decide what I want to paint. The portrait that I want to do, but I know it's a fun thing to do. It's not that deep. It's not that serious as the drawings that I might produce. So I completely agree with your way of thinking and using social media right now. And it's been for years now. It's not only now, but it's
Mm.
such an important part of what you need to do to stay relevant and stay in front of people. You need to be there all the time for people to remind you that it's, yeah, you're doing art and they can contact you. So I completely
Yeah,
agree
and I
on.
think yeah, but if I can speak into why some artists may feel uncomfortable in terms of business,
Yeah.
uh, for my experience, I just didn't know how.
Mm.
I had no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I had a lot of frustration with that. But perhaps for some artists, from what I've heard, it's like, oh, I don't want to sell out, or they don't want to be manipulative in a way. And sometimes there's this misconception with business that you're manipulating people to buy your product.
Yeah.
But if you actually really look into it, you're not manipulating at all. You're solving a problem. You're fulfilling a need or
And
a
need
want.
somebody, yeah, because those people
Yeah,
want your heart. It's not they are like tricked in by your heart. So
yeah,
it's so like, yeah, perspective of seeing it in a different way. You don't have to see it in that negative aura. It's more about you being there for something, that for somebody that wants something like that. It's
yeah.